He's fishing and
In Zambia.
He's fishing alone.
Fishing in the morning.
And this crocodile all of a sudden comes leaping out of the water, grabs onto his hand, pulls him into the water, rolls him, and bites off the tip of his thumb. Just the tip of his thumb, everybody, after the crocodile pulls him into the water and rolls him. You're from Florida. You have experiences, I mean, not full on like that, with alligators and crocodiles. But this story was the most outlandish and outrageous thing I have ever heard in my entire life. That the man, A, wouldn't be dead, and B, wouldn't have had his whole arm or hand taken off by this crocodile, let alone just the tip of his thumb. So he tells the story, but we get to see a photo of his thumb, and his thumb is like pulled off halfway, and it's just kind of hanging right at the knuckle, the first knuckle of his thumb. It looks like it was shot off, not bitten off.
It was a circle.
Yeah.
It was a circle. And you're like, and
what is going on?
The best thing about it is that they show the people that were working, his business partner at the time, his ex, like, dental hygienist, and they're all like,
no
one believed it.
No.
Not a single person.
Listener discretion advised. Adult language and mature content.
Welcome back, everyone. It is Two Queens, One Screen. I'm Jen.
I'm Keeley.
And we are back with another week. It's a little bit late. I'm dealing with headaches caused by storms in Florida. And to medicate that, I'm drinking alcohol. It's literally the only thing that consistently helps. Is that a drinking problem, or am I an alcoholic, according to Jason and Janet?
Yes, Jason and Janet.
Not on Adderall to get skinny. Okay. I'm still bitter. I was talking to Matt, and I was like, you know what? When I come and see you in November, it'll be great, because Semi-Fresh will still be the Jason Couchy and Britney divorce. Yeah. So we'll be able to talk about what we've learned from that. Or we'll talk about how mad we are that they forgot to file paperwork again. And
oh my God. What? Yeah.
What's your over-under on them being divorced by the time we see each other in person?
Oh, for sure, 100% over. For sure, 100% they're not going to do it. Right. Right. Did you see I think it was today or yesterday, a bunch of women came out and basically confirmed what Danny said about Jack's sleeping with staff at Jack's studio bar, and then saying to shut them up, he would offer them merch and say, oh, he would love bomb them, right?
Right.
And then sleep with them, and then say, oh, don't say anything. I'll offer you some Jack's studio merch. Here's a hoodie. Yeah. So a bunch of them have come out and said, yeah, what Danny said is true.
I don't want to be saying that unless they're wearing the hoodie with me.
Right. None of them took the hoodie. Gross. But I'm
grossed out that anyone would stand up and admit that they slept with him.
Well, I get that too, but to verify and confirm that Danny was telling the truth, they did say, yeah, I mean, he love bombed me, and I slept with him, and he offered me merch afterwards as a payoff. Gross.
Gross. Disappointing. How endlessly disappointing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's started yet, but I am looking forward to watching Special Forces.
Yes.
I love Special Forces.
Mm-hmm.
And I started watching that because Sandoval was on it. I'm not proud of myself. I don't even like Sandoval.
It's a good one.
But if he's, except for America's Got Talent, I will watch what he's on.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that one, and based on the little clips that have popped up, I was right not to.
Terrible.
Did you see? Oh, so terrible.
Terrible. Yeah.
Ugh. But other TV, I don't have too much reality TV that I'm consuming right now other than Boat Show, which you don't watch Below Deck. Below Deck is crazy this season, but it's already almost over. And somebody that I loved, Kyle, if anyone's watching it, loved Kyle until the season. Now I hate him. I hate Kyle. And Barbie was right. She needed to get away from him.
Okay, Kyle sucks.
Kyle sucks. And then you introduced me to The Bachelor in Paradise, and I watched all of it. I am fully caught up, and you and I need to talk about it.
Yes, this week's episode
was The Mastermind.
What? What? No.
Sean?
Parliament in Paradise.
The Parliament in Paradise. Sean mentioned that his family's in politics over and over and over again, and I didn't Google it.
Did you think that he looked like TJ from Love Island at all? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
A little?
Yeah, no, I get that. That's
okay.
Very much the same
okay.
vibe. Like all
okay.
American white boy, upper middle
like
class.
Kind of square bulldog face-ish, I guess.
Yeah, big blue eyes.
All right.
Hollister model vibes. Yeah.
All right. Continue,
for sure.
Sorry.
No. I definitely see that.
Okay.
Do you know what his political family ties are?
No clue. No clue.
So, stop bringing them up.
Yeah.
He based this entire episode on how much he loves politics and how his family is involved in politics. Nobody knows, and you did it really bad. And poor Alicia.
I know.
Who's with him.
Yeah.
And I think she genuinely really liked him, and they're going to go off together in Tampa and maybe make this happen. They are both so Tampa coded. Just saying, as a Floridian, they fit in Tampa. Super great builds, super tan, blonde, blue-eyed Tampa people. When she said that, I went, "Oh yeah, that makes sense."
Okay, whatever that means. All right, I'll take your word for it.
Her freaking out. So Sean went around and was trying to go, okay, we have to. 2 girls are not going to get roses to give to 2 guys. We're going to get rid of 2 couples.
Yeah.
Is basically what it is. And so he's like, strategize. And he decides he wants to, because the money is involved in this now, he wants to kick out the strongest couple, which in his eyes are Spencer and Jess.
Yes. Which, can I just say, is not a bad theory. When Steve and I watch it, he always says, who would you kick out? Would you kick out a couple that is not in love, or would you kick out a couple that is your strongest competitor because of the money? And as soon as the money entered the show, I said, somebody for the money. That's what I said. So
that's who you would kick out?
Right. Yes, somebody because of the money. That's what I said. So he's not wrong in trying to kick out someone because of the competition. But the way he did it.
He's such an idiot. He's like, hey, I'm going to go to Spencer's best friend and tell him about the Parliament in Paradise.
Yeah.
And Andrew, who is Spencer's best friend, is hearing about how they want to kick out Spencer, who's the most in-loved couple.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? Who did read a room?
Right. Yeah.
So also on the show still, the only golden couple that's left is Kathy and Keith. I fucking love Kathy. Kathy cracks me up. She's a monster in the best way. She's like, I want to be like your mom here. I just want to be here to support you guys. And she's like, and if you'd like to give me $500,000,
I'll take that.
I'll take it. But then she's there with Keith. Keith, who they're both just wasted all the time.
And Keith has said over and over, I don't like Kathy like that. Over and over again.
Open about the fact that they're like, we're friends. I don't
Right.
think they're even that friendly.
Right.
with each
Right.
other.
Yeah.
But they like, she doesn't want to leave. And I think he's afraid of getting her too mad at him.
Yeah.
But he's like, why are we here?
Yeah.
He's like, don't you think that the strongest couple in love should be the last ones here? And Kathy's view is, if you're in love, then you got what you came here for.
Yeah.
Get out, because now we're playing a game, baby.
Well, she's not wrong. She's not wrong.
No, so
Think
here's
about
my
it.
question. You've been watching
Yeah.
Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah.
The money has never existed in this game before?
No.
So
Never.
it's literally just been who's the most in love.
Yes.
And at the end, whoever is the most in love gets to be known as the couple that's most in love. Like, they get nothing?
No, they just get to be married. They get to be married. That's it.
Do they have a wedding?
So they what they do is the man goes to pick out an engagement ring, and then at the end they either propose or they don't propose. So they show up together. They
Okay.
show up separately, and obviously the two, right, the female either thinks, okay, he's going to propose, and the male says, I'm going to propose or I'm not going to propose. So both of them don't know. They obviously hope, right, they're going to get engaged because they've made it to the last, the
It's
finale.
only the last couple that does
Correct.
the proposal.
Correct. So that's how they win the show, is by getting engaged. And there have been shows where they show up and he does not propose. They have made it all the way, and they stand there and she's waiting. And he says, I'm not going to ask you to marry me. Devastation. Right. Yes. Just like what you're doing right now. You're just.
Or would she ever, is there ever, like, she gets there and goes, no?
Yes. Yes. That has happened. That is the premise of the show. No
Okay.
money, no games, no
So,
contests.
This season is a completely different
Correct.
show.
Correct. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
So here's the thing: they're showing flashbacks more about Sean. Sean and Kat are friends
Yeah.
until Kat's like, Sean's acting like a weirdo. I'm not publicly acknowledging him as my friend. And he's like, what the fuck, Kat?
Yeah.
I saw you be crazy and everyone was so mean to you on the internet and I stood up for you. And now here you are telling everybody that I'm crazy? She's like, yeah, but you're being crazy. And then they show flashbacks of her being like, I'm not here with the bugs for no fucking reason. So she was literally there with the bugs and there was no money involved?
Yes. No, they
she
lived
was just
outside.
Doing it to get engaged?
Lived outside. Outside. Everybody was outside. There was no hotel.
I'm gonna go back and watch the old ones because this show, I almost feel like the other show sounds like more fun, but what's going on now is a totally different premise because now it's like, are you here for love or the money? Yeah. But you're technically there for both, but there are some people that are only there for the money.
Correct.
And so the conundrum that Keith and Kathy are having are who's more deserving.
Correct.
And then everyone's voting at the end. So
You got it, sis. You got it.
The last episode, I know that we're talking about kind of like what's happened more recently, but we have to talk about last week. And last week, you and I hadn't totally finished everything yet, so I didn't know what was going on. And you're like, Jen, what the fuck is wrong with you? And it's because I haven't seen everything yet, because I was cleaning my fish tank. But holy fucking shit. So, Jeremy, from the very beginning, I have said, why is he on this show? I find him, and this is just me, this is my personal opinion. I know that he and I are never meant to meet each other, and I'm sorry, I hope this doesn't affect his mental health. I'm one person, other people found him good looking enough to put him on the show. I don't think he's good looking enough to be on this fucking show. He's got the weirdest face. He's in incredible shape. Banging bad. I just hate his face. I don't think, like, I think Andrew's really good looking. I think Dale's really good looking. I think that Sean,
I think Spencer's beautiful blue eyes. Every time he speaks, I just stare at his blue eyes. Sorry.
Do you want to hear something horrific? this is again my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I don't care for men with like colored eyes. I don't care
Oh,
for blue-eyed men.
Okay.
I don't find them trustworthy.
Okay.
And I say this as the mother of 2 blue-eyed boys.
That's hilarious.
I just,
God.
even dating, like, maybe it's because my first couple boyfriends that were really mean to me
Straight to hell. Okay.
had blue eyes. I think that's probably what it was.
Okay.
Fuck you, Fred. Yeah.
Well, his name is Fred. No wonder.
Known.
Hello.
I should have known. But yeah, it's not my thing. So Spencer,
I think Jeremy looks way older than 31. When I looked and saw
31?
He was 31. He looks 51, people.
I feel like he looks at least my age. Mm. And then he's paired with Bailey, who's basically a Disney princess. Right? Like, she's just full of goodness and kindness, and she's so pretty. So pretty. And then, okay, I have to talk about Spencer. Spencer is a good-looking guy. Like, cannot deny he's a good-looking guy. He has youth pastor vibes to me.
Sure,
I'm not saying that in a negative way. That's just like,
no, I can see that.
Or like theater kid vibes, which
okay.
I want a manlier guy. I'm saying this like, I'm married. I'm not looking for them, but I'm still looking for myself on these shows. Like, Spencer, I think, is really great, but he's also like too cute, too sweetie. He's just too innocent, sweetie young guy. Whereas Jeremy is a villain. Everything about his vibe is villain. He is every guy that your friend dates where she's like, he just isn't putting that much effort. I don't see him putting in any effort.
No. Oh my God, no.
Bailey's going over the top doing everything for him. So when he earlier had gone on the date with what's her face? Susie, oh my God. Mm-hmm. I love Susie. I feel bad for Susie. And then he's decided that, oh my God, maybe he does want to be with Susie. Yeah. And he sent her away, and then he calls her in an interview and he's like, bring Susie back, because even though I went out on a date with Susie, I'm now mad that my girl, who was totally chill with me going on a date, she wants to go on a date now? Fuck that bitch. Bring Susie back. Call Susie. Susie's like, no, I had a nice time with you, but I'm getting on a plane. I can't come back right now. Yeah. Do you not see what Susie just fucking went through? Also, by the way, Jeremy, fuck off. Yeah. So selfish. Yeah. And then he tells people that he called Susie. Yes. I missed this. And then I went back and rewatched. He told several people. Yes. That he called Susie. Was he, almost bragging. Yes. Right? Yes. And then, for some reason, no one tells Bailey this. Correct. The money comes up, and no one tells Bailey this. Correct. Until finally, Brian realizes that they're on the chopping block and kind of wants to sow some distrust and things. He goes and tells Bailey. He waited too long, but he's the only one who did the right thing. Even Bailey's friends, like Kat, I'm kind of pissed the Kat didn't tell her. Right. Kat didn't tell her. Dale didn't tell her. No one told her. No one was like, Jeremy, what the fuck? No one did any of that. And then Brian finally does the right thing for the wrong reasons, but does the right thing. And somehow it all shakes out. Bailey stays with Jeremy. Yes. Even though, yes, this all happened. Mm-hmm. And everyone's pissed at Brian? Yeah. They're like, Brian, we can't trust you anymore. Why? He's the most trustworthy one of them all. Yeah. It's just because he's got, like, Guido vibes. Yes. He's got, like, low-key, I'm the nephew of someone in the Sopranos. Yes, right. Which isn't fair. That's stereotyping. Yeah. Right. Right. But, like, what the actual fuck? I feel awful for Parisa, because Parisa desperately wants this to work with Brian. I don't see that working out outside the villa or the correct. This outside paradise is not going to happen. No, I don't think so either. And I feel badly for her because she's really banking on it. And she's like, it's okay, wonderful person. Because we're already in love, and you're like, oh, no, Parisa.
Yeah.
And she's too good looking for him too.
Oh, yeah. She's way out of his league.
God, she's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, I didn't like how everyone ganged up on Brian and somehow made Brian the evil guy. People who I thought had better morals and everything, I was irritated at Alex, irritated at Andrew. And I'm
it was pretty bad. I'm pretty sure the only people that didn't know were the Goldens were Kathy and Keith. They were like, what's everybody doing? Why is everybody upset? And even Wells in the interview was like, you said, why is Brian the bad guy when he's the only one that did the right thing? Why is no one saying Jeremy did this? Jeremy called Susie and didn't tell Bailey.
How is Jeremy not the bad guy?
Right. Why is no one saying that out loud?
And I don't see him doing anything. Like, she's made sure he had a birthday cake, and because it was his birthday, she's always like attentive to him and doing stuff, and he's laying there and doesn't make eye contact, and she's fawning over him, and you're like, come on, there's so much better out there. Don't do this. But yeah, I really hate him. Yeah. And so now in this episode, they had to do one of these compatibility tests where they do like the treasure hunt.
Yeah.
If you were to do that, who would be in the box between you and Steve? Giving the directions.
Who would be giving the directions? I would be giving the directions and he would be going and doing it. So I'd be in the box. Yeah.
I feel like I would want to be running around.
Oh, okay.
In the box, I want to run around. How about between you and me?
You and I?
Yeah.
You would still be running around. I'd be in the box, I think.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Ideal.
Yeah.
Perfection.
Yep.
Good. Oh. It was I think I liked last week where they did you answer questions and then you see like if you want to have a secret rendezvous together. I think those are more interesting to me than these challenges.
So too. Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see how well they communicate. I don't care if they can figure that out.
Oh, I called that from a million miles away that Andrew and Alex were not going to communicate. I mean, Alex, a spygot. I mean, she didn't know what the island was. She couldn't turn 360 degrees. I mean, I'm sorry. I know you like Alex. I could not stand Alex.
No,
she drives me nuts.
It's manic pixie dream girl.
Yes.
She is fully subscribed to it. And she
turned me off the very first episode when she sat down. I don't even know who it was next to, Jeremy or Brian, and said, I need a man. When I sit down, you need to look at me and know that I need a blanket and that I need a cup of coffee and you just need to go get it. And I was like, fuck that. What kind of woman in this world are you? What are you talking about? No man is going to ever be able to read your fucking mind, lady. Like, no.
It's just the female version of the man.
What are you talking about?
You don't want to date your mom.
No.
Why are you asking for that? There's caring for each other.
Yeah.
Right? There's taking care of each other. And don't get me wrong, I want to be babied, but not like that.
Oh, God. That was horrible. Horrible. Such a turnoff. Yep. I was like, yeah, I don't like this girl.
So neither of us are going to try and date Alex. Yeah. Moral of the story on that.
Yep.
But yeah, so this whole episode, this last one, Sean's going around trying to maneuver and politic and strategize. And it was exhausting.
I really thought none of the men were going to show up for that parliament meeting. I really thought they were not going to show up.
I enjoyed that Andrew slept through it.
No.
And do you know, when they were like, how'd you sleep, Andrew? I think it was Keith asked Andrew, and he was like, how'd you sleep? And he's like, I think I got like 4 hours of sleep. And they're like, 4 hours? He's like, yeah, Alex likes to talk. So another reason not to like Alex.
Right.
Let the man sleep. Sleep is important for everyone. But he does this like secret thing, but he's doing a terrible job of keeping it a secret. He's talking about it in front of everyone.
Yeah.
He yelled at Kathy. Kathy's hard of hearing. She's golden. He's trying to whisper to her, and she's like, "You're trying to kick out Brian?" He's like, "Kathy, it's a secret." And then he's like, "It's not a secret." when he
Oh,
gets confronted about it by Brian. He's
oh
like, I'm going to come
God.
tell you to your face. And then he starts talking about his integrity as he's been scheming all the time. And everyone is going, that's not the game that we're playing. Like, this is not what we're doing. And he's like, this could be the game that we're playing. And they're
What?
like, sure, but we don't want to think that hard.
I mean,
We're trying to get drunk in the
Yeah.
middle of the day. Can
Again.
you stop?
you can try and kick out the biggest competitor, but this is not how we do it, Sean. Right?
We could. Or you've annoyed us. Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you have Alicia, who the girls are all whispering as they're getting ready for their cocktail party. And she walked in and all of her best friends. And here's the thing. When you're upset, you feel like, how could you do this to me?
Yeah.
You were all my best friends. I would never vote you out. I would never vote you out. I would never vote you out. No one could ever make me do that to you, so I never thought you could do that to me. And it's like, well, there's only so many couples left, so you would be, if you stayed, you would be about to have to do that. That's how the game works. And then also, your boy's being obnoxious as shit.
But still, who's talking about her? Alex and Bailey are talking about her. The two people that are supposed to be, quote unquote, her friends.
Yeah.
I mean, no. I felt so bad for her. I wasn't really that big of a fan of Alicia, but I did feel bad for her. I mean, she was kind of...
for her. And she played the game, I think, as respectfully as you can.
Yeah.
She came in and she wanted Dale, and then she was like, Kat, I'll back
Yeah.
off. I see what's going on. I don't know.
It's just
And
guilt
so,
by association, man, with Sean, so...
yeah. I
thing.
am more and more a fan. I was getting the ick from Dale a little bit because I think he was so interested to also explore other connections. Does every single show have exploring connections? Is that all we watch?
Yeah.
But then, these seem to have settled in really nicely with each other, and I really like that when Sean and Kat got into the fight, that Dale was like, don't fucking talk to her like that. I really enjoyed that. I think she needed that. And now they're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Except that she fucking lied.
She did?
She lied. She went up to Dale and said, he just cursed me up and down. He just swore in my face. He never said that. He never swore at her once. She's a liar. She's a snake in the grass and a liar. No.
Well, maybe
No.
they...
Nope. Kat's a liar.
This is way too intense. I thought we were just going to be making out. And everyone's getting into fights.
I know.
And at the end of it, everyone's voting. And somehow the Goldens, who are not romantic and are barely even friends, still in.
Right.
Brian and Parisa, gone. Everyone's sick of them. And he's the only one that did anything right, in my book. And poor Parisa. Yeah. Reality is going to hit her hard when she gets home. I know. Because he's not trying to go to the distance, which is a bummer. And then right before they're about to officially kick them off, because we already knew the writing was on the wall, Alicia's like, we're choosing to leave together to go back to Tampa. I was like, no, you got voted out. And I love that Jesse was like, so they were going to leave anyway. That was just how it was going to go. Goodbye. But they leave. At this point, I really am curious to see who's going to be able to duke it out. Is it going to be the people with the strong relationships? Or are Leia and Jonathan going to win because they're not clouded by any of the relationships?
I know. That's what I want to happen. Even though this is Bachelor in Paradise and not Friendship in Paradise, for fuck's sake. I really want Jonathan and Leah to win, because it'll just say fuck all to all of these people, because none of these relationships are real, I guess, except for Jess and Spencer. But I really want them to win, because it would just be fucking hilarious if they did. And I just want to say, when they cut to Jonathan and Leah after Brian and Parisa left, Jonathan goes, well, I'm just so glad that all the people who were backstabbing and lying are out, are out of paradise. I'm like, dude,
You
literally,
don't even know.
I'm talking to the TV, dude. The people who voted for you to stay here are the backstabbers and the liars. I mean, what are you talking about? I mean, the backstabbers and liars just voted for you to stay here. They're still here. Those people are still here. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know either.
But
I will say the part where Kathy gave a strong argument when she was like, the people who came here for love, they have it. They can go home.
Yeah. Yes.
And everyone else that's here for the money and is working for the money, let the best man win. Let the best couple win. And I kind of like that. And Leia was cried by the pool with Jonathan. She's like, I really thought this was my opportunity to find my person. I thought this is where I'm going to be finding my person. And now I'm here, but I know that I won't be finding my person. And I'm just, where's my husband? Like, this sucks. And so then I was like, give her the money. Just let her win.
Just give her the money.
Just let her win.
I think she is the most beautiful woman on the show. She is so stunningly gorgeous. I just want to give her the money. Be like, you're so beautiful. Just, here's the money. I just want you to have it.
I like Leah. I wouldn't mind if Leah wins. I think that Kat, I just want to watch her more. I enjoy her.
Her crash outs.
Her crash outs are fun. I think Bailey is sweet. I think she's been embroiled in this like intense, crazy, weird drama. I think otherwise she's kind of boring.
Oh, God, yeah.
So, and I just hate Jeremy so much. The moral of the story is, I hate Jeremy.
Yes.
I want to see bad things happen to him.
Yes.
I cannot see him legitimately. I don't see how he can actually care for Bailey at this point. I just don't think he does.
No. Care for anybody but himself? No.
Mm-mm. He's got very Jax Taylor vibes to me.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's very controlling. He's very narcissistic. Oh, he's just over the top. He's just gross. I mean, he has completely abused her into submission that she cannot not do anything, like you said, completely subservient to him.
They've
everything.
Been there for 16 days. How is she that invested already? I mean, I guess I know it's like a weird twilight zone that you step into when you're on these shows where time doesn't mean anything anymore. But Jesus Christ, he's so not a nice guy, and I don't know how anyone is looking at him and pretending that he is. But all the people there, is he just getting the worst at it? I can't.
Oh, I can't fathom that. There's no way. No way.
It's too much. The other thing is that Kathy had a couple lines that I really enjoyed, and my favorite one, besides her, like, I just want to be here to support you. The mom in me wants to be here to support you. And they're like, yeah, we can see that. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then, so she's like, I think what we need to do is kick off these, like, people who it's never going to work out and just put them out of their misery.
Oh, my God.
Take the strugglers and put them out of their misery.
Kathy. Oh,
she's
Kathy.
cutthroat. And even Keith is like, oh, my. He's like, for our integrity, we shouldn't be here. And she's like,
yeah.
If you vote for me, I'm going to fucking kill you.
I know. Right. He was like, she'll kill me if I vote for her. When he was walking back, she'll kill me. She'll find out. I know she will. I love that so much.
So it was a good time. I enjoyed it. It'll be fun to see what happens next week, but mostly I just want to see. I feel bad for Bailey, but I just want to see bad things happen to Jeremy.
Oh, I don't feel bad for Bailey.
As Kathy would say, just put them out of their misery. Like, get them off the island. He's like always frowning. And then when he smiles, he's grosser looking.
Oh, God, yeah. He never takes responsibility for anything. He might say something resembling or maybe in the neighborhood or stratosphere of taking responsibility, like to the camera, but he won't tell her, won't tell Bailey that. Maybe to one of his bros, won't tell Bailey that. I mean, come on, dude. Like, oh, no.
No,
No
I
thanks.
was really disappointed in Alex when
God, yeah.
Marisa like calls out to her. She's crying to her and saying everything that happened. She's like, and you knew, and she's like,
Yep.
yeah, but he wasn't. Alex is backing up Jeremy so hard.
Oh, God, yeah.
What is going on? This is one of those things where, like, I don't understand why everyone in the Valley backs Janet. I don't understand why everybody in the Bachelor is backing Jeremy so hard.
Yep. No.
I don't know. I think he sucks, but anyway. So
Terrible.
that is our reality TV that we're watching right now. But we also started a new true crime.
Yay!
True crime story time. Whispers in the dark. Truth leaves a mark. True crime story time.
True crime story time, our favorite.
I really like this one. I was telling you before we started recording, I'm always very swayed by these documentaries. But usually there's some air of like they're telling you, the facts of the case. But they're, even though, there is like a point of view that they're coming from, in general, they tend to be very factual and not very opinionated. I like that this one this week was just want to hear what a piece of shit this guy is. And that's the people who made this documentary are not hiding the fact they have full disgust for this guy.
Yeah.
So,
oh man,
if you want to take it away, this is Trophy Wife.
This is Trophy Wife, everybody. It's on Hulu, and there are 3 episodes, and it goes pretty quick. They are not very long, but it is worth a watch. So episode 1, we're just going to talk about episode 1. It's called Jekyll and Hyde, and it is just fantastic, and it couldn't be named anything better. This whole Trophy Wife, this whole true crime. So I wrote down, it has money, it has murder, has megalomania. I wrote that down.
Yeah.
It has
good word.
Safari hunting. It has dentists. It has dildo bouquets. And it has jizz bags in your freezer.
Oh my God.
Everybody. Jizz bags in your freezer. So stay tuned for that part. But, I have never wanted to talk about dentistry more in my life. With big game hunting and safari and dentistry. I never thought those 2 things would go hand in hand before, and true crime. But, they talk about this. We get to meet Larry Rudolph, and he is from Pittsburgh, PA. I've never been to Pennsylvania. Have you ever been to Pennsylvania?
Yeah, so that area is, Pittsburgh's a kind of a weird city because it's one of these cities that, like, not that many people live in Pittsburgh. Like, you go into the city and work, and then everyone goes back into the suburbs.
Okay.
So it's, like, dead.
Is it really? Okay.
It's just, like, a professional area.
Okay.
It's
Interesting.
not, it doesn't have, like, charm or, like, exciting things about it.
Okay.
Like other cities do, like Philly.
Oh,
is
okay.
also in Pennsylvania, but there's so much history in Philly.
Okay.
It's not really
Pittsburgh.
like what Pittsburgh has to offer.
Okay.
Pittsburgh has to offer that's where everyone goes to work.
Oh,
and
okay.
that's kind of all they have.
Okay. Well, people, they describe Larry as a smooth talker. You know, he's got a lot of personality, and he would basically talk you into doing anything that he wanted you to do. He was one of those kinds of people. He was is a big personality. We all lived in Larry's world is basically how people described him. You're just kind of living in it. His perception was the world we lived in was his, and we just were granted to be able to live in it, which was apparently a good thing for Larry. And
Until he set his sights on you.
Yeah, right.
And then you're the most interesting, important person.
Right. So. And for him to become a dentist in the middle of all of that is so freaking interesting to me. A person like that to become a dentist, you would think he would become, I don't know, something else. But
car salesman?
Yeah, car salesman, exactly.
I
was almost just about to say that. Yeah.
Really?
Total car salesman kind of guy. But yeah, for whatever reason, he is working in a dental clinic, and he's like, I saw a lot of people being afraid to go to the dentist, and so I wanted to change that, and I just went to school to become a dentist. And I wrote down that I wanted to start talking about just going to the dentist. I adore my dentist. If I could go to my dentist every day, I would. Do you love your dentist?
I don't have a dentist that I love. I love my kid's dentist, and we now travel like 3 towns over to keep going to Dr. Donald.
Okay.
Shout out Dr. Donald. He's the best. Okay. He's the best. You're just like super positive.
Okay.
So nice, very charming, so nice and sweet and calm with the boys.
Okay.
It's a fun office. They have video games in the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a good dentist. We had a really great dentist in
Change your life. Changes your life.
Yeah, when you have a great dentist.
Yes.
It's amazing. I don't have a great dentist anymore because Dr. Donald is a kid's dentist.
Oh.
Yeah, you love your dentist.
I love my dentist, and I have my dentist through my work, and I was terrified of the dentist, just like Larry explained in the documentary. He was like, I saw people terrified and never wanted to go to the dentist, and I wanted to change that. I was one of those people. And when I started working at the courthouse, I said, I don't have a dentist. Does anybody know a dentist? And almost every single person that I work with goes to this Dr. Connaughton. And so they said, go and see him. You will love him. I'm like, come on, he's a dentist. And I love him. I love him. I love him. And I have told him so many times, dude, if I could come here every day. And he was like, you're just flirting with me? No. And I was like, no, I swear I love.
Do you get like laughing gas or something?
No, he is just, I love my hygienist. Her name is Erin. And he's just so kind. He's so calm. If you haven't figured out, I have the worst anxiety and OCD problems ever in my lifetime. And he makes me feel just so much better about everything. I will tell you, he was the one that found out that I had high blood pressure and a thyroid problem. And my GP had no idea that I had any of those things. So he sent me back to my doctor, and I had a bunch of tests, and yes, so that's how I had those diagnosed. Was through my dentist. Yep. And
you have an amazing dentist.
Yes, and he never pressures me into more, dentistry than I need, but my hygienist will never, I don't like those, like the water pick tools. She just does the scraping tools when she cleans my teeth. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I just love their office. We gossip all the time, and there's just so great. Office. Yes. I love it. They're just so wonderful. And in the middle of the documentary, they show little clips of like the Little Shop of Horrors. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
I love that movie. And then they show a clip of like the Carol Burnett show with Tim Conway. and Harvey Korman. Do you remember that clip from the Carol?
This whole documentary, they do a lot of creating the ambiance and
Yes.
the feel that they want you to have.
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
my God. So both of those, I love both of those. It's just was so great just to have the feel of dentistry in the middle of all of this chaos was just so wonderful. So shout out to Dr. C. I love him so much. And he lost, I don't know, my dentist probably lost a good 40 pounds at one point, and he walked in. I was like, dude, you need to eat a sandwich. And he was so funny. He was like, excuse please, I'm trying to lose weight. And I'm like, please put it back on. What are you doing? What are you doing? He was like, I'm getting healthy and I'm doing marathons. I said, please stop doing that. And so we just have this funny, banter back and forth. And then he'll leave the room and my hygienist will be like, he really doesn't like it when you say stuff like that. It just, I don't know, so funny. And she'll just tell me about, just so much fun gossip. I just love him so much. Anyway.
Okay, so I have to ask, fun gossip, anything compared to the As the Tooth Turns that is this story? No, yours is fun gossip, whereas this is terrifying gossip.
No. I mean, she tells me about, employees that have quit, but not like this show, or, people that I've worked with that have gone to other dentists because they don't like the hygienists there. Just gossip like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. Anyway. Okay. So back to the show. Sorry.
They're like, Judge so-and-so?
So, yeah. Anyway, so does she work there at your office anymore? And I'm like, no, tell me what happened. Well, she doesn't go here. She doesn't go to school anymore. Anyway, no, sorry. Back to the show. So Larry says while he's going to university to become a dentist, he meets his beautiful wife, Bianca, at the cafeteria. And Bianca, she reminds me of Joan Crawford. Do you think so?
I can see
Beautiful,
that a little bit.
like dark auburn red hair and, full face makeup and I don't know, maybe olive skin, dark brown eyes, full figure. I think she was just beautiful.
She was petite. She was like 5'4".
Yeah.
Big hair.
Yes. It was in the 80s. Yeah.
Someone else described her as like carried herself like Jackie Kennedy.
Yeah.
Always so classy and composed and very, very done and put together.
Yes.
She's got the big, she kind of reminds me of Designing Women.
Oh, Delta Burke, maybe?
Yeah, Delta Burke. That's kind of who I kind of saw. But like auburn hair and beautiful.
Super pretty.
Super pretty. So they were going to school together.
Yeah, they were going to school together and they fell in love and they got married in 1982 and had 2 children and a boy and a girl. The girl's name is Anna Bianca. Can you get over it? Stop it.
Love the idea. It's the same as Gilmore Girls. I love the idea of a woman naming her daughter after herself. If I had a daughter, I liked the idea of, my name's Jennifer, but everyone calls me Jen. I liked the idea of having a daughter named Genevieve.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because then we would both be Jen, but then she could actually also be Vivi.
Totally.
If she wanted her own. Or the Gilmore Girls where they're both Lorelai.
Oh my God, yeah. 100%. So the daughter looks exactly like Larry, blonde hair, and the son Julian looks exactly like mom with dark hair. Totally beautiful. So they're middle class. Obviously they have money, right?
They're describing his son is describing his, and I liked the son.
I did too.
The son is describing their child. He's like, it was peaceful. It was a peaceful home, a good upbringing.
Yeah.
Really attentive mom. They're showing the houses. These are upper middle class people. He's like, middle class upbringing. And I was like,
what?
Sir.
Have you seen
live
our homes?
In a mansion, basically.
Yeah. Just wonderful. And so, Larry, they, graduate, he opens a practice, and Bianca goes with him. And so Larry starts a practice and has some business partners. And can I tell you, the one business partner, I heart him so hard. The one that they have in the documentary that they interview, he is just the funniest guy.
Kind of a clone of Larry.
Yeah.
I was like, everything that you're saying about Larry,
Yeah.
I wonder how much he could say about himself.
God, I know.
He was like, this showboat.
He was so wonderful. So he has a couple of partners. He opens his first business practice. They call it the Dentistry. And, you know, Larry's producing an amazing amount of money and, you know, clients. And so the partners are like, okay, you know, we're going to give him a little bit of a leash to do his own thing. And it doesn't kind of, I guess, go well on their end. But the staff, people start commenting at this office that they're like, are you only hiring people with one hair color? Because everybody's blonde.
Yeah.
Because apparently Dr. Rudolph, Larry, only likes blondes. And, right, you know, people are thinking he's kind of a womanizer and, you know, he's hitting on the staff and, you know, stuff like that. And so one of his partners tells the story about Larry and one of the staff members, either a hygienist or a receptionist, we're not quite sure. So she and Larry go back to either Larry's apartment or her apartment, and they have a quickie, and she, you know, performs, you know, a BJ on Larry. And the story is that she, after that, you know, runs into the kitchen and spits it into a Ziploc bag and then puts it in the freezer and keeps that to give to Bianca to say, yeah, I have Larry's jizz in this
Proof.
bag if you ever.
Just in case.
Just in
She
case
needs proof
that
one day of, like,
he is cheating on his wife, right?
the whole thing was very confusing to me.
Correct.
Because his wife would come into the office.
Yep.
People knew his wife.
Yes.
But, like, at least the staff knew his wife.
Yeah.
And then his daughter also worked with him.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But then also, he's hitting on all these women and
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, so he's having several mistresses over the years at this office, and so finally, Lori Milliron comes onto the scene, who is the final mistress, and she is tall and thin and blonde, and the opposite of Bianca. And she starts working in the office in the early 2000s, and patients and would comment to the staff that they saw Larry out at a restaurant or out in public with, you know, this tall blonde, and the staff would say, oh, that's not Larry's wife, right? And people would be confused that Larry was kind of, I guess, so blatantly out in public and not kind of hiding the fact that he's cheating on his wife.
Right. And he had mentioned to one of the women that works for him, oh, I like the thrill of it. It's like going on a roller coaster ride.
Right.
Ugh.
Right. And even the staff said, look, we tried to tell Bianca, you know, Larry's cheating on you. And Bianca said, he would never do that. I treat him too well. He would never do that. And Larry said the same. The staff said, "How would you feel, Larry, if Bianca was cheating on you?" And Larry said the exact same thing. "Bianca would never do that to me because I treat her too well."
Ugh.
I yeah, the mania, the mental health delusion that goes into saying those kinds of statements just boggle my mind, I swear. Anyway, yeah.
How does he have so much time is the other thing that shocks
Oh my
me.
God. Right?
Because he's like a good active parent.
Yep, sure.
And then he's running these businesses.
Yeah.
And his wife is involved in the business, and then they've got all the other stuff that they're doing.
Right.
I don't know how he found so many hours in the day.
Yeah. So at this point, Larry, so we think anyway, is really just with Lori at this point. But Larry and Bianca do have quite a bit of money. And at this point, they're building houses in different cities, like in Phoenix, Arizona. And they're taking extravagant trips every 6 weeks. And they start going to Africa to do these big game safari hunts. And, Larry starts becoming this expert hunter on these big game hunts. And then Bianca starts to become this hunter herself, and really enjoys going to Africa and hunting with Larry as well. And on the outside, you wouldn't think that there is anything wrong with this relationship between the two of them. You would think that these people love each other tremendously when they are together. Yeah. It is not a relationship that you would think these people don't like each other, that they don't care for each other at all. And I Googled it because a while ago, I thought I had remembered that when you do big game hunting, that you have to pay, I think, per animal that you hunt. And it is really expensive. Like, you have to pay, obviously, to take the trip. But it's anywhere between $1,000 for, like, say the leopard, to just hunt the leopard, to $100,000 like for an elephant, just to shoot the elephant. Yeah. And so the animal that they're hunting, you have to pay money just to go and shoot just the animal. And so these trips are tremendously expensive.
Well, they were describing some of them.
Yeah.
They're tracking the animals. They've hired the people that are with them that know the area, know the animals, to kind of track them. Yeah. Handling all of the guns and everything. I'm not a hunter. Like, I grew up in a family that hunted. Yeah. And, like, it's Boise. Boise has a lot of that going on. But I haven't really been around that for a really long time. I don't know that I totally understand the culture. We were watching this. It made it even a little bit more confusing for me. I remember in Idaho, like, you'd get your deer hunting license or your elk hunting license, or my stepdad would pay extra to get a bear hunting license just in case, hoping that he'd have the opportunity to kill a bear. You have to pay extra for that. The hunting that my family was doing, it was, you get the meat from it then, and everyone stocks up their freezer. Yeah. This is not what they're doing. They're doing it for the trophies. And the prestige of, I hunted this specific kind of animal. Right. He has, this lion, this gigantic animal stuffed in his home, or this bear, or part of this elephant, or this goat, or he has this huge animal in his home. They said he had over 400 species of different animals. That has got to cost so many hundreds of thousands of dollars to go and do all of that. I was just thinking about how much money that had to have cost to do that. So, yeah, that's a lot of money
to do that. But again, the whole point was these two, Larry and Bianca, on the outside looked like they were in love, acted like they were in love. Nobody knew otherwise. They treated each other like they were in love. So it was very weird. Right? Because you watch these true crime shows where the wife ends up dead and you see the husband mistreating the wife, right? That he kills because he doesn't like her, right? And he doesn't want to be with her. This is not that. So yeah. Then the next part is almost comical. I don't know if it's comical. It was comical to me. Larry tells this story where he's in Africa and he's doing another hunt, but he's now alone. He's fishing and
In Zambia.
He's fishing alone.
Fishing in the morning.
And this crocodile all of a sudden comes leaping out of the water, grabs onto his hand, pulls him into the water, rolls him, and bites off the tip of his thumb. Just the tip of his thumb, everybody, after the crocodile pulls him into the water and rolls him. You're from Florida. You have experiences, I mean, not full on like that, with alligators and crocodiles. But this story was the most outlandish and outrageous thing I have ever heard in my entire life. That the man, A, wouldn't be dead, and B, wouldn't have had his whole arm or hand taken off by this crocodile, let alone just the tip of his thumb. So he tells this story, but we get to see a photo of his thumb, and his thumb is like pulled off halfway, and it's just kind of hanging right at the knuckle, the first knuckle of his thumb. It looks like it was shot off, not bitten off.
It was a circle.
Yeah.
It was a circle. And you're like, and
what is going on?
The best thing about it is that they show the people that were his business partner at the time, his ex, like, dental hygienist, and they're all like, no one believed it.
No.
Not a single person.
No.
Which, when you find out the details of this, it's insane that he got away with so much.
Yeah, so he calls his insurance broker. He files this claim, sends the photo. He files for disability because he says, dude, I'm a dentist.
I need both my hands and all my fingers.
I need, all 10 fingers to perform dentistry. My career is over. I cannot perform dentistry ever again. And I need to be on disability. And so his insurance broker, they file the claim, they put in the photo, and he gets approved. And the man gets $30,000 a month in disability for this dumbass claim of this alligator biting off the tip of his thumb. And
I have to ask a question. This is me being ignorant. Is he getting $30,000 a month from his insurance, or does he get that from the government?
I think it's from his insurance. I would think it's insurance, not the government.
Because it was like, there's no way that the government is paying $30,000.
No, it's his insurance.
But it is tax-free.
Correct.
That $30,000.
$30,000. That is a joke. So he gets this money. He gets this claim. He tells his partners, hey, I can't work. And he goes to work and he says, hey, to his partners, I'm just going to be this, chief executive officer. I will just be in the background and watch everybody work. And,
I'm just going to run things.
I'm just going to run things from my eyeballs. Meanwhile, he at nighttime is seeing patients in the office while it's closed and doing crowns on patients for cash only. putting the cash in his pocket, giving some cash to the hygienist that shows up to help him, and doing this quite often. And finally his partners find out and say, "Hey dude, right, that's embezzlement, that's cheating. You're not giving us any of the money, and
it's
fraud. You're basically saying you have deemed yourself disabled, but you're still working as a dentist, and you have two options, homie. We're going to file embezzlement charges against you, or you can get the fuck out. You can leave and you're done, and you will just never be, you just walk out. You're done." And so he chose the second option. He left. He left their practice. He was not one of their partners again. And 1 week later, he opened a practice across the parking lot
so fucking wild.
from the original office. And his partner said, "This guy is not firing on all synapses. He's just batshit crazy," which I laughed so hard when he said that. I was just like, that is just so real. That is just so real. He did it on purpose, obviously.
Oh my God, of course. He did it to like rub it in their face.
Obviously.
And it's like, he's like, it's still there.
Yeah.
They're open. They're right there.
Right. So he opens this multi-office dental practice. There are 5 dentist offices, and they're not just right in a brick and mortar, right? They're in malls. They're in a Kmart, right? They're kind of all over the place. And he's doing commercials.
This is where like sleazy car salesman comes in. Because he's like, "Hey everybody."
Yep. Yes. So he's on TV. He's got a slogan, and he's put himself out there for people, for his new dentist office. So
my favorite part of that was when they were saying like he loves to see himself. He's so excited. He's like, "I am so good at this," which by the way, part of me goes, "Uh-oh," because I'm exactly the same way.
Oh my God, stop it.
I used to do like little videos for this bakery that I worked at, and I was like, I should be on TV. I'm so fucking good at this.
Yeah.
But he actually says, I think it was when he was being deposed.
Oh yes. Yeah.
And he's like, well, the ultimate goal was to be a Fox News contributor.
I know. At what though? At dentistry? Like what? Fox News doesn't want to know about people's teeth? Like,
I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, Lori goes with him. So the woman he's having this affair with, the tall, blonde, thin, we talked about. So she opens this new practice with him, and
she's like his partner in the
yes.
business.
Yes, she's his partner.
I couldn't tell, was she a hygienist or was she a dentist?
So she was both. She was a hygienist, and they said she was the office manager. She was both. So she helped him open both practices, and then the staff were like, there's this weird aura at work where people were like, I think they're together, but I know that Larry is married to Bianca. So there was this weird secret that they weren't quite sure, but they knew that Larry and Lori were together. But they, the staff said, Lori was really cold at work, and Larry had this horrible temper. They were describing stories about Larry firing people in the middle of meetings, and Larry throwing surgical
a
syringe at people in the middle of doing filling in crowns in the middle of patients and stuff like that. And so yeah.
That dental hygienist, like his maid, she worked for him for like 23 years
Yeah.
when he was Marianne. She was so sweet and so wonderful. I felt so horrible for her.
Yeah.
And she did tell the story about the syringe that hit her in the chest.
Yes.
And she like got up and walked away, and he never said sorry or
Yeah.
acknowledged that he did that. And I was like, oh my God, what would, if you were the client in the chair when that happened?
Oh, I know.
And then I was like, oh, but they're probably like knocked out.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like he can walk around
true.
screaming because
Yeah.
everyone's put under.
Yeah. Yeah, even Marianne said they started doing root canals even when people didn't need it, which is horrifying because they were trying to make more money, which is fraud again.
But he could make like $1,000 in 30 minutes of work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
He said, Marianne said this one client just needed her tooth smoothed, and Larry would, shave off more of the tooth and then fill it in and do a root canal on that tooth. I mean, I would be so pissed off. Yeah, that was just horrifying. So Larry was doing all these awful things to patients at the dentist office. And so the staff also described Lori just as equally powerful as Larry inside the office, right? She had just as much power as Larry. Nobody wanted to cross her. Nobody wanted to say anything towards her. Larry, at one point, was always saying that he would never divorce Bianca. Like, divorce was never on the table with Bianca because nobody would ever get half of what Larry had. Half of his money, half of his houses, half of anything that he had. So divorce was never an option for Larry. So he was just always womanizing. He was always out having these affairs, but he was always still treating Bianca really well also, which was still, like I said, so confusing to me because in these true crime stories, the husbands never did that. Yeah, it was
There's something like gross happening under, and it's literally just that he's treating his wife.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that he's
having an affair,
right. He's taking care of his wife.
Yeah.
He's giving her a good life.
Yeah.
He's socially going out with his wife.
Yeah.
And they have all of these things.
Yeah.
Because they had joined that like hunting group.
Oh, the Safari Club.
Like the Safari Club where a bunch of people get together and all are like, we're saving the animals by shooting them.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. So at one point,
like, it's conservation.
Yeah, I know.
If all of the lions die, there won't be any left for us to shoot.
Like the rhinos, there's no more rhinos in Zambia because the hunters have killed them all. I thought that was horrible. Anyway, at one point we meet Lori Milliron's adult daughter named Stephanie. And Stephanie's describing Lori, as a really good mom. And, how she was always, the kids were always taken care of. And that...
You know how I say that I believe everyone?
I know.
When I watch these
Yes.
I was like, I don't believe a word.
Oh!
Her mouth. I hate her.
Oh!
Nothing she says. And I don't know if it's because she was orange.
I'm shocked.
Or...
I am shocked.
Really? Did you...
I'm shocked that you said that. Okay.
She was like, my mother would...
Thank you.
Always care for the elderly, and she...
Thank you.
Mends their clothes. Who talks like that?
Thank you. Thank you. Because I wrote that down to say.
Did you really? Okay.
Thank you so much that you said that.
Look at me watching with critical thinking.
You get it, girl.
I hated this daughter.
Yes.
This is my best friend.
She's my best friend. She, mended their clothes and hemmed them.
Mended the elderly's clothes.
Best friends with the elderly. Yes. She had multiple jobs when they were divorced, and yeah, Larry pursued her for over a year, and she finally relented. And when we finally get to see Lori says, yeah, Larry asked me out immediately. Right? You're like, exactly. I don't know what this chick is talking about, but so, Stephanie is going on and on about her mom, right? Whenever she needed anything, that Larry would pay for basically everything that they needed as a kid.
Right. And that was also kind of gave me the ick too, because
Yeah.
she was talking about how generous Larry was and how wonderful and kind Larry was.
Yeah.
And she's saying this like, well, we're never going to find out that he was married and had other children.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she was like, he would pay for veterans to get their teeth reconstructed. Absolutely, that's great. I think that's a cause worth getting behind. Larry,
but did he?
One, did he actually do it?
Did he do that? Yeah.
Maybe. But why did he do that? To get his business out there. Which, sure. Yeah. Great business practice. I'm fully into it.
We hope he did.
That for the tax breaks, though. He didn't really care about veteran. Or maybe he did. Who fucking knows? But she's like, it was amazing that he did that. And he never did he wasn't paying the bills for my mom. She worked for everything. But anytime that I did need something, I needed a new cheer outfit. Yeah. And you're like, I need a new cheer outfit. Yeah. She's like, it's just wonderful to know that anytime that my mom did ask Larry for something, it was always for us kids. Yes. Like, when my mom was sleeping with a married man, she would only ask him for extra things for us because she was a good mom.
She was a good mistress. Yeah, I know. I'm so glad you said all of that. I'm so glad.
Daughter sucked.
Oh, that was so wonderful. And then after all of that Mary Poppins garbage, she starts to cry. And then she says, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get to introduce her to anyone. And this is the part where I'm like, well, wait. What's going on?
I was like, did Lori die?
Right. Did she die? What's going on? So they give her a tissue and she starts to cry. And then we hear Lori on the phone. And I'm thinking, okay, we're going to hear Lori on the phone, with the producers that are making the show. We're like, okay, they're having a conversation. So Lori's not dead, right? They're talking to Lori. And then they cut, the end of the episode, they cut to inside a prison. And I'm like, what is happening? Lori is in prison. And I'm thinking, I don't know what is going on. So we cut to Lori. The phone call is Lori calling and doing the interview from inside the prison. Yeah. And that's where they end the show. Is Lori answering questions.
She looks so different.
Oh, yeah. She probably lost a good, 40, 50 pounds.
Yeah. And she wasn't heavy.
No.
By any means.
No.
Her whole face has changed so much.
Mm-hmm. But the recording that they show in the beginning, that we listen to in the beginning of the documentary, and then a little bit at the end, Lori takes zero responsibility for anything. She has no sadness for Bianca's children, that they're motherless, they have no mother, that their mother is dead, and that she has anything to do with the fact that their mother is dead.
She cannot believe what's happened to her life. It's fucking gross. She's the victim in this.
Oh my God. It is disgusting to listen to her. So yeah, she's
did we say what she said at the beginning?
I did not. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't write it down.
She basically says it's her on the phone with Larry.
Yeah.
I didn't write the full quote, and I can't read my own handwriting. But it's just talking about like, oh, we've, there's some bad choices that we've made. And he's like, yeah, let's not be specific.
Yeah.
Over this recorded line. She's like, I feel like our life is never going to be the same. And he's like, you're not helping right now, Lori. And she goes, you need to listen to me because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, she's getting really irritated at him. He's trying to calm her down.
Yeah.
I still to this day, it makes me so irritated that she and her daughter are like, they really loved each other. I don't know. The whole mistress part of it, and they don't even acknowledge that he had a wife.
Oh my God. I mean, their son Julian says at one point in the episode, my mother brought out the best in my father, and Lori brought out the worst in my father. And that is so true. Lori is so gross and so cold and so vindictive, takes no responsibility, says no remorse for these poor children at all, says not even a fleck of sorry at all. Like, I mean, it's so disgusting. I mean, even if she didn't pull the trigger or had nothing, I mean, anything like that, you can still be sorry and be like, I'm so sorry that you don't have your mother, you know, anything like that. Empathy at all. She has no empathy for these kids at all. And it is so disgusting to listen to.
They describe her as scary
and
cold. And that's exactly how I see it.
Yeah.
And I think her daughter being so
delusional
delusional and blasé about well, when her and Larry were together, he was just so giving generous. And you're like, gross.
Nope.
Gross. Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. So we'll do more on that next week. And we'll have whatever other show.
Episode 2 is the murder, and episode 3 is the trial. They both go on trial at the same time, which is really interesting and not usual, I might say. So exciting for next week. Ooh, other exciting things that are happening in the next week. I thought of you. Matt's got jury duty. Oh, yay!
So oh, I don't know what kind of. I guess they see if you'll. I think they do civil first, and then if you don't get picked for civil, then they see if you're going to be a criminal.
Okay.
Maybe it's the opposite direction. I don't know, but he's got all week of finding out if he's going to be the right fit for anything.
Get it.
Sorry. Have you ever been on a jury?
No, they won't pick me because of my job. I beg and beg and beg, and they won't pick me because I'm jaded.
They're like, we know what media.
You know too much. You can't sit here. Damn it.
What can you do to be more attractive as a jury person? Like, I want to get picked. I've never been asked.
To
Drew Barrymore.
If you want to be on the jury, you should be more engaged. So when they ask questions, does anybody here whatever, raise your hand. A lot of people won't volunteer. So be engaged like that. They really like people who are engaged. People who don't say anything. A lot of times they will pick quiet people also, people who don't say anything, but most of the time they will pick people who answer their questions and or volunteer answers without them having to call on you. You know, juror number 3, Jen Cheney, what's your answer to this question? So
I just want them to mail me a thing.
I know.
I'll go. Just send me a letter. I'll go.
Yeah. And if you want to get picked, if you want to get kicked off, you need to say things like, I own my own business and I need to leave because I have 3 employees that I can't leave alone, or something like that. You need to say things about like your career and, stuff like that. They really will take that into high consideration, stuff like that. So if Matt doesn't want to do jury duty,
he does not.
He needs to talk about his work and say, I work from home. This is my business. I tell him to talk about his work a lot and say, I'm really distracted. I can't be here. This is what I'm working on. I've got this something due for work. Tell him to do that a lot. Say that a lot. And they will kick him off.
I was like, I'm going to have to drive him to the courthouse. They were like, we'll give you a voucher to take the bus.
Ew.
It's going to take 3 hours to
Ew,
get
no.
there. Yeah.
None of that.
So I'm going to have to drive him to the courthouse and then come home.
Oh, God.
Get the boys ready to go to school like a mom. Like, that's my
God.
job.
Horrible.
Ugh.
So that's a way to get kicked off.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is fun. And I'm excited about next week where we get some more about just this whole hunting aspect of it is so weird to me. But it's...
Oh, I know. And...
I feel like Tiger King adjacent, right?
Yeah.
Like these people, it's a whole lot of money doing this very specific weird thing.
Oh, yeah.
With animals. Where, like, people feel the need to, really show that they're superior over these, like, massive animals.
It's so strange. To go into a national park, even. I didn't understand that it's a national park. Like, you would go and camp, right? You'd drive and just set up your camper and a nice, campfire and your s'mores, and you sing a song and go to bed. No, these people go to that kind of a place and hunt. They pretend like they're sheriff of Nottingham and walk around with a goddamn rifle and just blow the head off of a leopard. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
They pay $100,000 to do that. It just is weird to me.
And Bianca, so fucking cool. She's like, I really want to go kill this leopard.
This is what I want to do.
I'm so excited to go kill this leopard.
Okay.
I like animals best when they're alive.
Me too.
And also, I don't know if I've mentioned this before. I have cats. And like, they all bite me. I'm just there to take care of them.
Right.
And that's more fun to me. And I feel like cheaper.
Yeah.
They'll just give you a cat.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right. I love you so much.
I love
you.
you.
For doing the podcast with me.
Yay!
And thank everybody for listening to our True Crime Storytime with Keeley.
Yay!
We'll see you, hear you, you'll hear us next week.
Bye.